What's going on, guys? I'm about to take a look at the non-amazing Dusty hat. And if you look close, you can see on his shoulder that he had a recent visit from Hunter Avalon, and it's like some white stuff on his shoulder. It's on his shoulder. Anyway, hit the like button, man. We talking about the non-amazing Dusty. Share the video, drop some comments, drop as many comments as you want to or can, you know what I mean? You know, show some love. You know what I mean? So let me know that you're down with the Fang Gang. Put Fang Gang down in the comment sections. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what the amazing Dusty is doing in these streets these days. What are you crying about?
He is 100% correct.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. So one of you guys sent me this video of this YouTuber called Defiant Lawyer, and he's talking about how many of these pro-black YouTubers are nothing more than imposters.
An imposter is someone that assumes a false identity or title, and is solely for the purpose of deceiving and for their personal gain.
He starts off the gist of the video, by saying that anyone telling you to vote for the couch is an imposter. They're not pro-black at all.
First, imposters.
This is telling people who's black or who's pro-black or whatnot. It's a manipulation video right here.
Tell blacks not to vote or to vote the couch, to hurt Democrats until we get reparations. That is not a pro-black stance.
And the reason for that is that...
No, you can't get reparations. Look at Dusty. Yo. Come on, man. People can't say I'm just over-exaggerating. This nigga is Dusty. Oh my gosh. The dust all over the shoulder. The white stain like I told you about. I told you Hunter Avalon paid him a visit. I told you that's what word in the streets is. That's how he got that white stain right there. Right there. Right, white stain. There's a stain all over his stuff. It's just crazy out here in these streets.
Anything, especially reparations, right? He's pro-reparations. I'm pro-reparations. But...
Of course, you pro-grifter, you woke now. I know. Is the reparations going to cover that, the cost of a new hat, or at least bare minimum, you taking it to the dry cleaners? Like, it's like you really just rolled in cat litter. Your joint look dusty. It look like you keep your hat under the bed. That's what you're doing. It look like you use your hat as a dustpan whenever you sweep around the house. It like you take your hat off like that. You got a prescription hat. Yo, Lucas, take that hat off. I ain't gonna say that last joke. Never mind. I definitely would have gotten in trouble. I'd have gotten in trouble if I said that last joke. Yeah, let's not do that. Definitely would have gotten in trouble.
He also puts out a caveat, just, because what happens is many of these imposters, these pro-black imposters, what they try to do is say that, hey, you're a Democrat shill. That's the first attack they'll use. Or then they try and just make jokes. You'll ask them this and this, and they'll just do, ad hominem attacks at you. And they won't, answer the question. You ask them, hey, what's your plan for reparations? Man, what's your mama's plan for reparations? And that's what you'll get. You'll have that. You'll have a bunch, oh, you're a tether and all this. So all of these are just deflections from actually answering the substance of any question that, black people may have.
Lucas is describing himself right now. That's crazy.
So first and foremost, when it comes to, hey, not voting, he states that, hey, everything we've gotten, and if you want to get reparations, whether it's state or federal, it's going to be through voting. You're going to have to vote people in who are favorable to reparations.
If we get reparations from the federal, state, or local governments, it will come only through voting the right people into office. That is the only way we will get reparations. Because as I've said many times, Congress, under the Constitution, Congress, those 535 people in Congress, they control America's purse strings. They control the money.
And this is something that many of these, these imposters, these fraudulent, people who just want to extract from the community, that's what they don't understand. And unfortunately, because of our pain, because of our turmoil, because of our, subjugation, we have a lot of Black people who are frustrated. And I get that. We're frustrated and we're looking for someone to have answers. This is where many of these hustlers and these grifters come in.
He said, you a grifter, Lucas. Yes, does Lucas wear the same outfit every video? Yes. It's like one of two. One of two. Every single video the dude puts out, yep, Dusty for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's Lucas fans that's like in my comment section admitting, damn, he really is Dusty. I don't lie.
Man, because they know you're frustrated, and what they do is exactly what everyone else does. They try and exploit your pain for their benefit. But instead of political benefit, they are doing it for financial gain because they're not in politics. They don't know anything about politics. So what these grifters will say is, oh, they bad and they bad, okay? I'm the only person you can trust. You can't trust them. And anyone who tries to go up against the king, right, is going to be, well, that's an imposter. That person's, that person's an agent. What happens is that they create these cults. And you see it in present day, clearly with Trump. And you have these little Black Trumpers within the community that have created these little cults that if you talk bad or if you question or if you're a skeptic.
That's crazy, bro. Holy smokes. He's trying to use like race and a whole bunch of propaganda in order to bully your opinions, right? He wants to be able to dictate how you choose to respond, react, as well as vote, right? Based off the color of your skin or from Black guilt. This dude is disgusting for that. That's foul.
Of the little Black Trumper that now you're the bad guy. You're a tether. You're an agent. Oh, I don't trust you. That's what they've done. And they have managed to monetize the ignorance and the pain of the collective. The problem is that with this monetization, they haven't done anything for the collective. Everything that they've done has been for self-aggrandizing. Everything that they've done, if you can call it that, has been for their pockets. So these people will be flying around, giving, conferences, teaching, riding around in Bentleys, while your Black self is figuring out how do you pay for rent. And what they have managed to do.
You mean like Dr. Umar? Like Dr. Umar? Like that? Like how Dr. Umar does? How Dr. Umar is? Is that what you're talking about? Like that? Because type of time he do be on.
What's exactly what I would say post-traumatic slave syndrome is talking about. What they have managed to make you believe is that, hey, because this person's riding around in a Bentley, if I criticize them for riding around in Bentley while I'm, in an impoverished position or not, I myself aren't at, the Bentley, income, that's me. The problem is me that, hey, I'm pocket watching, right? I'm pocket watching. Wait, aren't you supposed to be for the community? Why are you riding around in a Bentley when you have the people who are listening to you and who got you that Bentley who are in not good positions economically?
What you riding around in? Bicycle? You got like the little Pee Wee Herman bike, nigga? You walk around like this? What are you riding around in, nigga? You got the little go-kart from the Little Rascals movies in the 90s. What you ride? You could fit in a clown car for sure, because you are a clown. What you riding around?
Economically. So what's going on?
I want to know.
Why are you pocket watching? Why are you pocket watching? This is what has happened. And we see this throughout every aspect of the Black community, of the Black collective. We see this at the churches. You question why the pastor is riding around in a Porsche, right? In a very, socially economic disadvantaged a community, and guess what happens? He flips it and he turns it on you. Well, why aren't you riding around a Porsche? God bless me with a Porsche. He can bless you too. And that's what these hustlers have done. That's what these grifters have.
I'm not going to say that there's not grifters that will take advantage of church in order to get their grift off. Yeah, that happens. Grifters and nasty people that want to abuse power will go into all different types of lanes, man. Church, Hollywood, YouTube. Talking to you, Lucas, with your nasty self.
Done. And you notice, as far as if you look into their history, they'll grift from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing because they have to pay the bills. The problem with the grift, the problem with the hustle, is you have to constantly keep coming up with another hustle. What they have done is that they've tried to insulate themselves from any type of criticism, any type of skepticism. And upon receiving that the person who is levying the skepticism and criticism, they're the bad guys. They're the agents. Hey, they're part of the CIA. They're COINTELPRO. And you have to be wary of that because this has been happening for quite some time. We have always had these people, Booker T. Washington talks about it, how there are people who do not want the struggle to end.
I'll do it. I should have said it. I was thinking in my mind, when you just heard me go, I was thinking, is this nigga about to bring up a historic fact? Anybody gonna say something about Booker T. Washington?
They won't give you any solutions. Do you ever notice that? When you look at especially a lot of these YouTubers and whatnot, these pro-black YouTubers, they don't have any solutions. What are they constantly talking about? White supremacy this, white supremacy that, oh, this and this and this. They don't offer any solutions. You want to know why? Because upon us having a solution, right, their career ends. They don't get to talk about white supremacy. They don't get to talk about black.
What's your solution? Reparations? That's your solution? What's the solution for that dusty hat, though? Like, you can buy new errands, right? You can't get a new shirt. You can't get a new hat. You can't wash your hat. You got a new Velcro beard. You didn't want to.
People struggling. They don't get to talk about the Democrats. They don't get to talk about the Republicans. Their career ends. So they have made a business as to making black people politically ignorant. This is very much a targeted attack on black Americans. And they are assisting in this attack because they will never give you solutions. Their solutions are either, untenable, right? Or they're not realistic. There's nothing tangible about their solutions. They're just like, well, we got to stand and fight. How? What does that mean to stand and fight? How are we going to fight white supremacy? By doing what? Well, we got to get on code. Okay, how? What's the code? Who's enforcing this code? Where's the code going to happen?
I've literally heard Lucas say this exactly. This is crazy. Yo, I be hearing Lucas say this terminology in these words and talking points on a regular person, or like a regular basis, right? He always does that. I'm over here smoking. But yes, he does this on a regular basis, bro. On a regular basis. He's out here calling people out their names and saying this. And there's a way to try to manipulate you and black guilt you into having the same political opinion. He really want Kamala to win. He's pro Kamala as if she wasn't a part of the same regime that was over here messing things up while my man Brandon was over there eating Jell-O and running a bingo night, right? And I'm not going to say the other joke that I was going to say because I ain't trying to get banned. And she was with him.
Happen. They never have these answers. And upon you exposing them not having their answers, well, you a tether. You a problem. You COINTELPRO. Man, what's wrong with you? You don't sound black. That's what'll happen. So I think us as a collective, we've got to get smarter. We have got to purge these people from the community and remove their power and give it to people who actually have solutions, who actually have, as far as a strategy of how to get things in place. Reparations is not going to happen.
Who you wanted to be in charge? Dr. Umar?
Happen with you sitting on the couch. Couch doesn't give you reparations. That's not how it works.
Get off the couch. What are you doing? Like, he like the guy from that college commercial. What you doing sitting on the couch? Better call it DeVry.
Works. We have got to understand how politics, how the
get you a little Romeo degree. IDCC College. IDCD College. I don't remember the name of that shit, but I used to be dying laughing at those commercials. This nigga, Little Romeo had people going to fake college, son. That's crazy. It was dancing in a commercial and shit. I'm like, man.
System that we are living in, how it is ran. That's what we have to do. You can understand the football game and what's going on. How much is a touchdown? You can understand the basketball game, NBA. How much is a 3-pointer? Oh, is that traveling? You can understand that. Well, we need to have all that focus, all that energy on the political arena. And I guarantee
that was racist as hell. All black people are experts in basketball, nigga. He's literally doing exactly what he said ugly creators would do. This nigga challenged your blackness based off of the stats of NBA players, you know, and the type of rules for the game. That's crazy.
A lot of these YouTubians, these fake.
That's what he sees black people as, a basketball stat machine.
Fake pro-black YouTubians don't want you to have that knowledge.
Foul.
Because once you start having that knowledge, they become obsolete. They become extinct. Because now you know, okay, this is how a bill is passed. This is how this becomes law. That's what they don't want to happen because they're out of a job. So he's absolutely correct that anything you want to happen.
Nigga, it's too late. I watched Schoolhouse Rock, nigga. Conjunction. What's your function? Nigga, you ain't gonna tell me about the bill. The bill was sitting on top of the hill already when I was a kid singing as a cartoon, nigga. I don't think people gonna stop me from knowing that information now.
You're going to have to go through the political system. That's how that works.
Drop a comment if you remember that show. I think I got the name of it right. Drop a comment if you remember Schoolhouse Rock.
The difference between sitting on the couch and boycotting, and many people have conflated the two, and they're not the same.
I think people have confused voting the couch with boycotting. Voting the couch is not the same as boycotting.
And he expounds upon that, and he brilliantly lets people know what is the difference. And I don't want to steal his thunder, but I suggest you go check out his video. He also talks about tangibles. You have these clowns, these goofballs who are constantly talking about more tangibles. And yet they give you no solution of how to get these tangibles. Their concept is, well, we want tangibles. Okay, how do we get these tangibles? Well, we're going to sit on the couch and teach them. Okay, how does sitting on the couch get us tangible?
And what are we supposed to call you, a reppy? People that want reparations, how do we get it? Where the money gonna come from? Oh. He probably gonna say something racist if you ask him that. He gonna say something nasty.
Well, that's going to teach the Democrats. How is sitting on the couch and is teaching the Democrats?
I told you, he about to send niggas to fake college. I'm trying to tell you.
Which will somehow get us tangibles in the end. It doesn't make any sense, right? it just doesn't make any logical sense. And they understand that, but they expect.
I wonder, does ICDC college still exist?
You to be dumb enough to just agree with them, like a cult, right? The cult, Trump can say damn near anything. A plus B equals Z. And the crowd will go, yeah,
Here we go.
And you say, that doesn't make any sense. What are you, a liberal? You some type of libtard? Of course it makes sense. You just don't understand. You don't understand. This is what's going on in many of these black sections on YouTube. And it's not benefiting the collective. It's not. You, as far as sitting on the couch, is by default voting for the opposition. Now, if you understand the opposition really has no interest.
My bad. I ain't trying to pause it this much. This nigga sounds crazy.
In you or your well-being or livelihood, then what you're doing is hurting yourself. Now, what you want to do, if you truly want to boycott, you have to pick a target to boycott. All the RNC is not against you. It's just as simple as that. Now, if you have a person in a position or of authority, right? Then yeah, primary them. Get a campaign and target that person. That's what you do. And you go one by one until everyone understands, hey, you're either for reparations or you're not. Simple as that. But you need to have those people in those positions. When the vote comes, when the bill comes, let's say Kamala, they do a bill right now.
I knew it. I knew he was going to talk about his boo-boo Kamala. I knew it. I knew he couldn't get him something fine like Candace Owens. So now he just trying to latch on to Kamala. Nasty work, Lucas. That's nasty work, bro.
And they don't have the votes. Then what? We already saw what happened with the George Floyd policing act. Why did that get stopped? By the Republicans. So we as a collective got to be better at politics. We have got to stop listening and giving our money to these grifters and hustlers who are simply extracting from the community and giving us nothing. You tell me how a conference puts food on the table. You tell me how a museum or an attraction puts food on the table. You tell me how that gets you reparations. You tell me how that, as far as empowers Black Americans for a Black agenda. It doesn't. It doesn't. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think.
Shut up. That's what I think. I think you need to shut up. I don't think you making sense at all. You crying about everybody. Now you crying at other people that do what you do. Nigga, like, listen, there's no pleasing this guy. Unless, according to the streets, it's word on the streets. I don't know. Unless you hunt Avalon. Apparently that's the only one I know how to, I'm not saying how, but I think maybe it's conversation. Lucky I ain't got my glasses on. I could do my judging you pose. But it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video as well.